What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. I am Pitching Ninja, and I'm here with a fired up Will Leahey.
I'm here to talk a little about Paul Skenes because he pitched yesterday, and I think we're legally obligated to talk about Skenes every time he gets on the bump. Skenes did what Skenes does. He pitched a great game with some ups and downs because he didn't get the win here, but he pitched into the ninth inning, and he looked pretty awesome. What'd you say, Ninja?
Well, I would say definitely a lot more ups than downs in this game for Paul Skenes. He had 8 Ks in 8 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. And if the start to his career seems unprecedented, well, it is. In the history of baseball, no pitcher has had under a 2 ERA and over 90 strikeouts in his first 12 starts other than Paul Skenes. Yep, that is the complete list. He was outstanding yesterday. Again, fastballs 99 to 100 miles an hour. In fact, he threw 101 on his 91st pitch this game. He, of course, had his nasty splinkers and sliders. Here's an overlay of a 99-mile-an-hour fastball and splinker, and you can see how the speed difference gets the hitter, as well as that little drop on the splinker. Also, I love the way he set up this fastball. He got a slider over the plate, foul ball, and then throws a fastball off that slider, off the plate to get a swing and miss. This man just views pitch tunneling so well from the bump. He knew where to throw this fastball, and you can see why that gets a swing and miss. And check out this filthy 12-6 cleat action by Paul Skenes. This thing had a foot of drop. Hey-o! And here's that 12-6 cleat action with a tail, in case it was hard to follow. And this is the difference between Paul Skenes' 9th K and a double. He had this on a 1-2 pitch that was foul-tipped and just bounced out of Grandal's mitt. It's not Grandal's fault, obviously, but he was that close to getting his 9th K, and instead, the very next pitch, a double. Not only that, but the double was also by inches. At first, hitters ruled out here, but then it's overturned on replay, and that was the game-winning run. Just getting total baseballed here, but still, none of this takes from the outstanding effort of Paul Skenes. Must-watch baseball every time he's on the bump. Paul Skenes was actually kind of outdueled this game by the big bastard, Lance Lynn. Lance Lynn only had 2 strikeouts, but threw 5 scoreless innings, and he got his 2,000th strikeout of his career. Unfortunately, the team was a little too fired up, and this baseball wound up in the stands and had to be traded for a bat to get it back. The Cards ended up beating the Pirates 2-1 behind the big bastard. Now to the rest of my whip around the league. Kyle Tyler had 5 Ks in 4 2/3 innings, giving up 3 runs as the Marlins floated past the Orioles 6-3. He had these curveballs. He faced Albert Suarez, who had 3 Ks in 2 innings, but gave up 6 runs. Yuck. The Guardians beat the Tigers 5-4. Zay Curry had 1 K in 4 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs and had this painted fastball. He faced Tyler Holton, who's the opener, who had 2 Ks in 1 2/3 scoreless innings and had this cutter. Randy Vasquez had 1 K in 6 scoreless innings as the Padres blanked the Nats 4-0. He had this curveball and picked up a sword. He faced DJ Hurd, who had 4 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 2 runs, and had these heaters. Luis Gil had 6 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 run. Gil's slider looked really, really good yesterday, and you know why his slider looked really good yesterday, Will?
What was that, Ninja?
Do you know who gave him tips on his slider yesterday, Will?
Since you're bringing up, I'm going to guess you.
No, it was Luis Severino on the opposing team. Used to be teammates, not anymore. Severino noticed that Gil's slider was not moving well, and he helped him out. I don't know. What do y'all think? Should Sevy have helped out Luis Gil? Leave me your thoughts in the comments. Gil faced Jose Quintana, who had 6 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 run, and had these dirty curveballs as the Mets downed the Yanks 3-2. Osvaldo Bido had 6 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 run, had these fastballs and slider, as the A's soundly beat the Astros 8-2. The Angels flew past the Mariners 5-1. Jose Soriano had 5 Ks in 7 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run. He had these wicked knuckle curves. He faced Logan Gilbert, who had 8 Ks in 6 2/3 innings. He gave up 5 runs, but they weren't his fault. Only one of them were earned. Screw the Mariners defense. He had these sliders and dirty splitter. Dun, 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 dun. Landon Knack had 6 Ks in 5 innings, giving up 1 run on only 2 hits. It was brilliant yesterday. His ERA this season is now 3.07 as the Dodgers breeze past the Giants 5-2. And these changeups, slider, and curveball, you might say that Landon Knack is getting the knack of pitching in the major leagues. He faced Jordan Hicks, who had 7 Ks in 3 2/3 innings. That's a lot of Ks in 3 2/3 innings, but gave up 4 runs, which is a lot of runs in 3 2/3 innings. He had this sweeper and splitters and picked up a sword. Now to Will's favorite part of the show. The Red Sox shut out the Rockies at Coors Field, 6-0. Cooper Criswell, really good outing. He had 4 Ks in 7 scoreless innings. This cutter, changeup, and sweepers. Nasty stuff from Cooper Criswell.
Yes, it was. And double dongs by Tyler O'Neill to really seal this game. Over 900 feet of dong here, with one of them 465, which we said Coors Field has that asterisk because balls just fly out of there. But this did clear the entire stand, so I got to hand it to him.
Will, who do you think's more jacked, you or Tyler O'Neill?
Me.
Luckily, this screen cuts off before we get to your biceps, because if we did, y'all wouldn't be able to handle it.
Yep, just lower than this is an absolutely chiseled, enormous body.
The Rays stung the Jays 4-2. Sean Armstrong had 4 Ks in 2 scoreless innings, giving up only 1 hit and had his sweeper and 2-seamer. He faced Jose Barrios, who had this dirty slur for a sword and these changeups. The Gray Wolf, John Gray, had 5 Ks in 7 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run as the Rangers beat the White Sox 3-2. You know why they beat the White Sox, Will?
Because the White Sox have fielded the worst team in baseball history.
Pretty much. Gray had these fastballs and sliders. He faced not the worst pitcher in baseball history. In fact, one of the best pitchers this season, Garrett Crochet, who had 7 Ks in 4 innings, giving up 2 runs, and these sweepers and cutters. Do we want to give the fans out there Garrett Crochet's cutter grip, Will?
Sure.
Here's Garrett Crochet's cutter grip from the All-Star game.
Yeah, pretty simple, standard 4-seam horseshoe on the outside. For the cutter, I'll flip it to the inside, just together right here. Thumb, kind of just splitting the ball in half, I suppose. If I want to get a little bit more lateral movement, throwing it to a lefty, I'll shade the thumb a little closer.
In an awesome pitcher's duel, the Brewers shut out the Cubs 1-0. Colin Ray. Colin Ray had 8 Ks in 5 scoreless innings, had these splitters and sweepers. He faced Jamison Tyone, who had 3 Ks in 7 1/3 innings, giving up only 1 run. And I thought his breaking balls were outstanding yesterday. Great pitching outing. The Phillies shut out the Twins 3-0. Zack Wheeler had 7 Ks in 7 scoreless innings. Had this backdoor cutter, these nasty curveballs. And here's an overlay of his fastball and curveball, and you can see how that combination would mess you up as a hitter. Zack Wheeler just doing Zack Wheeler stuff. He faced Simeon Woods Richardson, who had 5 Ks in 6 scoreless innings, giving up 3 hits, and these fastballs and slider. Now on to my filthiest relievers. Cade Smith had this fastball and splitter. Trevor McGill had this knuckle curve. AJ Puck had these filthy sliders. Tanner Scott had these heaters. Robert Suarez had this 100-mile-an-hour gas. And Kirby Yates had this dirty splitter. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day. At number 5, we're going to give it to Luis Gil for his sliders, borrowed from Luis Severino. Maybe it's a Luis thing. And number 4, Ryan Helsley, king the side with sliders. At number 3, Jeff Hoffman with this disgusting splitter. Look at that movement and the drop on that thing. And number 2, Zack Wheeler for his outstanding outing, including this overlay. And at number 1, you already know who it is. Paul Skenes, dominant stuff. You're the man, Paul. Great outing. I know you didn't get the win, but you pitched like a winner. And now my pitching ninja moment of Zen. Hey, look, it's Paul Skenes. It was Bark at the Park Day. My dog would absolutely eat that mustache off her face. There's no way that stayed on her face. My picks of the day today, I'm going to take Chris Sale for 8Ks or more, then take Tyler Glasnow for 7Ks or more, and top it off with Jack Flaherty for 5Ks or more. What would your picks of the day be?